We're at the Dotson Slayer Garage, and the Dotson Daycare is open again, finally. What's going on today?
Hey, everybody. So here's the cylinder head that keeps getting talked about that was in the machine shop. I brought it back to home. I have a little bit more labor to put into it before it gets a little bit more machine work done to it. Wanted to kind of take the time to talk about what's been done to it at this point, what makes it kind of unique and special, and it really just boils down to a lot of really particular man-hour labor going into it. So on the front face of it, this would be the factory version of this cylinder head. You can see this combustion chamber area inside of here, the shape of it. It's a nice, what they call a peanut shape or kidney shaped chamber. It's fairly good. This is a modified version of it, shaped even better, helps with detonation, but more so this area removed around the backside of here, allowing for a massive improvement in airflow. These exhaust seats have been cut in a radius. These ones in the factory are cut at sharp angles. On the exhaust side, that's not a benefit, it's a detriment when you're looking for airflow. Exact opposite on the intake side. These valve seats have a 3-angle valve job on them. They're not radiused, they have sharp edges on them, and that helps with airflow. On the intake side, the inside diameter of them here has also been cut open from 38 millimeters, which this factory seat is, to 40 millimeters here, which has created a 1 millimeter lip around the inside of it, which is where my work is needed to take place to blend that back in towards a smooth transition, not disrupting airflow whatsoever. Each one of these combustion chambers has been massaged, or what you would call CC'd, on top of the deshrouding, but they're all within a half of a cc of volume of each other to keep a very consistent compression ratio across all cylinders. If you look a little further into it, you can see how big the openings of what they call the bowls are compared to this factory side of it. Rough casting, really rough, plus just not very good design with flow, so there's a massive improvement in there. Same with the exhaust side, it's smoothed out. The exhausts actually have even more work done to them, because if you look on the exhaust ports on this side, there's a massive shoulder in the way of it, and that's basically just a wall for airflow to hit on its way out. On this one, it's completely smoothed out, radiused. Speaking of radius in the exhaust port, the short side of these is almost a square bend in the factory configuration. You won't be able to really record it, but the inside of this has been blended in radius to where it is just a nice, smooth, mellow bend coming out of it, which really speeds up airflow, helps the scavenging effect on the exhaust side of everything. Turn them this way, and on this end, first off, you can see when I got this head, it had a stripped hole here that somebody had tried to repair, and it was off-centered, so I had to recenter it, put in a helicoil, took care of that. To the intake side of things, you can clearly see where this head started at port size. It's pretty small, pretty choky. Maybe good for bottom end power, but certainly nothing that's going to make any high revving horsepower. This throat starts at 39 millimeters. It's a gradual taper into the back side of it down here. It tapers to 37 millimeters just before it drops into what I was calling the bowl earlier, just over the intake valve. A learning experience in this head, being that this is my first one. I caught a water jacket here and here, and that's why there's some discoloration, because these are actually epoxy repairs. You can see through the exhaust ports, you can see the smoothness of it, almost a mirrored finish. You don't see that in the intake side, because popular to contrary belief, you don't actually polish your intake ports, because that makes fuel pool up inside of it and really hurts your fuel ratios. This is roughed up with a 60 grit cut. And the reason is the air drags on it, pulls the fuel back off of the walls of it and atomizes it again, keeping a much more consistent air-fuel mixture. It will have the final touches done on it. It's machine shop and come back ready to go.